So what it is the infrared energy that we don't see get trapped in that atmosphere and warms it up. And that's very, very important, because if we had a really thick blanket, we couldn't survive here, right? So we have to have the right size blanket. So look at Earth, look at Venus, we're roughly the same size. You know what the temperature on Earth is on average? Although I'm sure you guys will complain because it's been minus 20. But the average on Earth is a very nice 15 degrees. That's a very nice temperature for humans. On Venus, it's 457 degrees. And the difference between this, Earth, and Venus is that we have all the carbon, the oil and everything that's underground is not present on Venus. It's actually all in the atmosphere. So what we've done is build a very thick blanket that makes it so hot. And even if you have a planet very close to the sun, you would still have a lower temperature, 167 degrees. So it doesn't matter how close you are to the sun, it matters how thick your blanket is. Within that small blanket that we have, we're putting a lot of emissions into it. And CO2 level, which is what we breathe out, but unfortunately cars also breathe out CO2 and coal-fired plants. And what's been happening is that over time it's been increasing. And what's happened is the CO2 level has never gone above 300 or so and 180. Between those times, there's been 8 ice ages. Now, we are close to 400, and I could prove you that. I've been measuring CO2 for 25 years. And if we don't do anything, it'll be about 600. It's not complicated. It's almost like your bank account. If you keep spending money and you don't earn enough money to balance your account, you're going to go bankrupt. If with our environment we don't put in as much as we get out of it, we're going to be in trouble. Everybody knows about the flooding last year. This is 3 flooding that I was kind of involved with. This is flooding on the island of Mauritius, where I come from, which is as far away as you can get from Calgary. And I went there in April. They've never seen a flood. There was a flash flood. 11 people died in a tunnel because they've never seen it in 200 years. And since then, they've had 3 floods. This is obviously Calgary, or Canmore in particular. And this is Denver, Colorado. Why do we have floods? Well, if you have a warming ocean, it doesn't sound like it in Calgary this winter because it's cold, but if you have a warming ocean, you pick up moisture. You put it in the air, it's going to come down. It comes down close to a mountain. So wherever you have a mountain or a hill, it hits the mountain and drops the water. In the winter, it's snow. In the summer, it's rain. And if you have lots of snow and then suddenly lots of rain, and in Canmore we had 150 millimeters of rain in 4 days. In Mauritius, we had 150 millimeters of rain in 2 hours. Why is this happening? We've got 3 factors. First of all, we've got a population explosion. There was 3 billion people on Earth. Now there's 7. So in this last little bit since John Kennedy, we've had 4 billion people. 4 billion people with technology and everything they use, because the other thing is we all obviously drive cars, we all have to find the oil, so we are using more technology. Now we can dig the earth and change the environment that we can actually see from space. This is South America and all mine, and this is what you see. And if anybody look at a picture of Fort McMurray and so on, you will see that from space. It's changed. So more people, more technology, you've got environmental consequences. And we got to look at this. Just watch it for a minute. This could be Calgary, but this is how fast we're growing. So 1975, 2003. It could be Calgary, it could be any other city. What's our way of thinking? That is sometimes causing an issue, right? One of the things that I'd like to propose is Earth is a very beautiful place. And there's so many people that live their life thinking there's a better place to go. I've looked around, I've listened to a lot of things. There's nothing out there. And therefore, I propose, whether you want to call it a new religion or new belief system, we are already living in paradise. We just have to take care of it.